as we go around in our men's 1500 metres wheelchair. In heat number 1 again, Jake Lappin. 2, Kurt Fearnley. 3, Samuel Rizzo. And 4, Richard Coleman. Now, Jake Lappin and Kurt Fearnley both have A qualifiers in this event, and Samuel Rizzo has a B. None of these athletes have been selected as yet in this competition. You can see there in the gold vest on the outside, Kurt Fearnley. On the rail is Rizzo. And now just coming through, Jake Lappin. These guys working together. It is interesting to see now the distances that these guys cover. They do go from the marathon all the way down. We've seen Kurt do plenty of marathons in his day. I'm sure he'd love to add another home Commonwealth Games to his very, very large extended resume. But still Lappin out in front, Fearnley and Rizzo. They're your 3 qualified athletes. Now these guys, they move around this 1500 metres super quickly, with Lappin a 2:56.42 and Fearnley 2:57.01. Their fastest times in the qualifying period. Their qualifying period started on the 1st of November 2016. So this looks like it might be a tactical race here. Getting very, very close, looking at each other as we have a swap up here in the comm box. Tamsin has gone down onto the trackside, and Ben, he's back up here in the booth. Welcome back.
Thanks for that, Lynchy. Yeah, I think you're right. This is definitely a tactical race. Usually these guys are motoring around. It's interesting to see this Kurt just sitting off the back of Lappin. Lappin having to turn around and look to see what kind of moves Kurt may put on him. As we see 300 metres to go, and there he goes. Kurt goes, he goes for it. Lappin responds. They fight down the back straight. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the front wheel here.
You can see that front wheel really lift off the ground as Kurt pushed against the wheels there to get out in front. And I'm sure it's great to be in front on this bend. It would be very difficult to pass around on the turn. Lappin has the fastest time in this qualifying period, but this is an excellent race. Kurt really moving wide as he comes off the bend. It's going to be a hard push to the finish line. Lappin having to go a little bit wider. He's pushing all the way to the line. This is going to be a brilliant finish. Jake Lappin, I think, may have just got there in time. What an awesome race. Kurt Fearnley gives a wry smile there. That was brilliant tactical racing, and I think Lappin may have done enough to get there.
What a finish that was. You could see, he obviously had a little bit of trouble getting him around him down that straight. Fearnley was out in lane 2. He thought he probably would have been in lane 1, so he tries to nudge out a little bit further, and as soon as he had enough room, you just saw him really put his head down and go for it, and just on the line, I reckon he's got himself a win there.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see what that photo finish would look like. But you see, Jake, he did have to go very wide and check his push again. It looked like he may have made a connection just there, having to move a little bit wider again. And every time you're changing the angle of your wheel, you're not pushing.
Yeah. You take, it's one stroke that you're missing because you're having to adjust yourself and you're missing out on that push.
That is some brilliant racing from those two athletes, both with A qualifiers. So it'd be nice to see those two go at it again with all the other nations and have an excellent push in that 1500 metres. We might have to wait to see those official results before we find out who comes down to join Tamsin for an interview.
Exactly. Tell you what, haven't we been treated to some athletics tonight?
We certainly have. It has been a brilliant night, and there's still so much more to come. The women are out there in the javelin. We have the men's 800 metres. We have both 400 metre finals, and we have the hurdles finals.
It's interesting. Obviously, just having come up from trackside, up here in the box, all we hear is ourselves. You don't actually get a sense of what the crowd is like down there, and it is electric. It's absolutely going off down there, and the athletes are responding, and they're putting these performances out there. They're giving the crowd the entertainment, the enjoyment, the excitement that they've come here to watch, and they certainly haven't disappointed us one little bit.
making their way out onto the track. We do have the athletes in the women's 400-metre final just getting to their blocks. But Tamsin, looks like you've got two guests down there. Looks like it's first and second from that men's 1500-metre wheelchair.
Well, what a race that was. We didn't know who'd won that, but we've just found out that Jake got the victory. You guys didn't even know who'd won, did you?
I had a sneaky suspicion, but you never really know. Like, when it comes down to a couple of inches, it is what it is.
Well, you put a cracking show on for the crowd. Did you talk about doing that before the race, or it was just go for it and see who gets it?
No, it's good to just get a roll on the track. That's what we were doing. Just, push a few laps.
Okay, so where are the plans for you now? Commonwealth Games?
Yeah, for sure. Just 1500, try and give that a crack.
Well, that's a good confidence boost.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
Now, I'm pretty sure I've retired you a few million times now, Kurt, but you're still out here, which we absolutely love.
Mate, old Johnny Farnham, I'm going to keep coming around. Nah, look, having home games, having a games in the Gold Coast, I couldn't say no to that. And, after this is, this is the green and gold time. It'll be done. I'll still run forever. I'll do New Yorks and Chicagos as long as they have me. But as far as this stuff done, this is the perfect way to finish.
It is a perfect way to finish. Home Commonwealth Games, you get to be out here with the crowd now. The crowd's pretty good at the moment. Could you hear them when you're out there?
Look, I love this. I can't wait to race in this stadium with the full crowd, because down the home straight there you've got a good show on here, and I think when this is just chockers, when this is full, this is going to be goosebumps material. I've had to wait 18 years to race in front of a home crowd again. Sydney in 2000 with 118,000 people with the full stadium with family. This is going to be wild here. Wild.
Well, how exciting. There's 8 weeks to go, and seriously, if you guys put on a show like that again, it's going to be the event of the Games. Well done. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, I love that quote from Kurt there. It's going to be goosebump material, and I think we'll have plenty more to come tonight that might, bring that effect out on a